Hey guys, welcome to this quick video I'm going to do for you. In this video, what I want to really focus on is the WordPress concept of how to build websites, and then I'm going to show you through 5 of the top places online that you can buy your themes that plug into WordPress and give you professional designs. So you can get a better website rather than using these crappy templates that you get from these cheapy companies out there, and they don't work for you and they look terrible and they look unprofessional and they're very restrictive. As you probably know by now, if you're visiting this video, maybe you've seen some of our other training, is that WordPress is the way to do it, because WordPress is a very flexible and powerful system underneath it all, so that if you install or you get a website design done now and then you build your content behind that, you can adapt the visual aesthetic sort of overlay, the theme as it's called, in the future. So you can, as your business grows and improves, you can improve and grow and develop your website theme just by installing other themes and maybe even customizing them to some extent if you're at that stage of the process. But what I want to do today is show you probably the 5 best or 5 main places online that you can buy WordPress themes very inexpensively, but they'll be very professional, very high quality of theme, of design for your website, to the point where you won't need to employ a programmer to customize your theme at all. Probably I would almost guarantee you'll be able to find the right theme for you using one of these 5 examples that I'm going to show you, because there are thousands and thousands of options within these. You're bound to be able to find something that works really well for your business without any need to get a programmer involved whatsoever. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through each of the sites. I'm going to talk about my experiences with them, if I have experiences with them, and I'll talk about the pros and cons of each as I see them with my experience in the web industry. In case you don't know, my name's Alex Fleck. I've been in the web industry for the last 7 years. I developed my own online web consultancies, and we've worked for clients around the world building websites, online marketing strategies, social media kind of integrations and things like that. So I know a thing or two about websites, but also, and more importantly, I don't want you guys to get ripped off, because there are a lot of fairly dubious options out there when it comes to getting your website, and really I believe that this is the way the future is going in the web industry. It's going to be based around this type of technique for building your website. And also, if you're starting out in business, potentially you don't have a lot of budget, you don't have $1,000 or $5,000 or whatever a website will cost, and that generally is what a website will cost if you go to an agency like my own agency in the UK. So I want to just get it out there for you so that you're a little bit more informed and you can hopefully make the right choice for you and your business. Okay, so let's get started into this. The first place that you will be able to buy professional WordPress themes is a site called WooThemes. These guys have been around, I'm guessing, I've had quite a bit of experience with them over the last kind of 3-4 years. They've probably been around for maybe five or so years. If you go onto their website, it's just woothemes.com, go into the themes section. There's different options. As with all these sites, you'll find that you probably have an option to either buy an individual theme or subscribe to the kind of theme club where you get ongoing support and access to all themes. So you see here, if you go into WooThemes, they have a number of different styles and functions of websites. Things from agency websites to e-commerce websites, blogging websites, magazine style websites and things like that. A lot of these are very good. If we click into one just to show you how it looks, go to the demo. WooThemes is a pretty big name in the industry now. It wasn't really when I started. Very few people had heard of them, but they've grown and they've developed and they've built all these kind of bolt-ons, including the WooCommerce e-commerce plugin, which I would definitely recommend if you want to sell stuff online. WooCommerce is probably the way to go. It's free, so you can't go far wrong. But they also develop all these little bolt-on packages where they can make their money. So they have little plugins that will offer you all sorts of functionality built into your WooCommerce installation. So you don't have to go for those, obviously, but the facility is there, and that's what they kind of specialize in. So you see in this website I'm showing you, this is actually sort of partly e-commerce type website, but it looks pretty professional, nicely designed. It's kind of got everything you would need, really, depending on what your preference is and what style of site you would like to see. WooThemes, the benefit of going with WooThemes is that they have a large portfolio of different themes that you can use and plug in to your WordPress install. They've got a good support team behind the whole thing, so if you need answers, they're pretty helpful and they'll get you there. They also have the WooCommerce e-commerce plugin, which is good. Downsides, potentially, well, a couple of years ago they had a bit of an issue with support. It wasn't, their support platform wasn't working or something. I never experienced anything negative with it, and it all kind of worked pretty well. If there's one downside I would say about WooThemes, I almost feel like their design of the websites has gone downhill in the last year or so. All the new themes that are coming out, they don't, some of them don't really do it for me. Their older themes, they were getting really slick and polished and professional. But I still believe that if you go onto WooThemes, you'll probably find something within their remit that will really work for you. And the actual platform it's built upon is very good. It's quite easy to manage even without any experience. So that's potentially a good option. There, I mentioned earlier, you can join the WooThemes club, so you get access to all their themes for upfront fee of $129 plus monthly $29, or you can buy. You should be able to buy each of the themes for anywhere between maybe $30 to $100. I'll click into another one here just to see. That one there's for $99. And within each of these, it'll give you a run through of what the theme's about, the features it has, what type of website it's good for, and so on. And WooThemes is a good company, so I can recommend you check them out. If there's a design you like, you won't go far wrong by using WooThemes. Okay, next one I want to move on to is Elegant Themes. Elegant Themes is a lot less expensive than probably any of the other theme companies out there. It used to be, when I originally started using Elegant Themes maybe 3 years ago, to be fair, the quality of the design was good, but the actual implementation at the back end, when you're actually in WordPress and you're installing a theme and you're trying to customize the theme, was a little bit clunky. There were things that really, at the time, even I had to get a programmer involved, one of my guys, to move around and make sure it worked correctly. Now, I haven't used Elegant Themes or I haven't used an Elegant theme for maybe a couple of years. But one thing I will say is their design has come on leaps and bounds. So if you actually go into some of their themes, you'll see some of these. See, this was one I was looking at recently. As I say, you can get all their themes for $39, so you'd be hard pushed to go wrong. If you go for their package, you see here it's got a nice slider, very kind of 3D sort of thing. Nice animations, different little features and nice animations going through there. Little tabber widget where you can create different content in a small area, and then they'll have all these customizing options where you can change the color to, I guess, anything you want. And so on, their blogs. The animation is pretty good. The design, I've got to say, the design has really come on in the last couple of years, to the point where their last maybe let's see, what, 9, 10 themes are all excellent in the look and functionality. So I would say, again, you're bound to find something that looks really good. You see here all these kind of modern animations going on, nice imagery, nice little sort of layouts, and so on. Pretty good way to go. As I say, the design these days is excellent. In fact, I would almost say that for me the design has improved to the point where their design is above WooThemes, the last site I showed you. It's there or thereabouts anyway, and I'm sure that the functionality at the back end has improved over the last couple of years since I last used them. But that was my only downside, was that at one stage a couple of years ago the whole installation and customization process was a little bit glitchy, but I'd be confident that it's much better these days. So certainly check out Elegant Themes, a lower priced offering, but something that I've noticed recently has become very good. Okay, so we'll move on to the third one then, StudioPress. Now StudioPress is built upon what they call the Genesis framework, which is really just a kind of fluffy marketing way of trying to say that they have these sort of separate products that they're going to bolt together and give to you and charge you a bit more for. So if you go onto the StudioPress website, go into Shop for Themes, you'll get up all their different themes. You can change the categories you're looking for and things like that. If we go into, I'm going to go into one which I quite like the look of, I was looking at earlier. So I'm down here. I think this is one of their most popular ones, the Generate theme. Now it's $79.95, so they say they give you the theme and the Genesis framework. That, as I say, the Genesis framework, that's a bit of an not an underhanded way, but I don't like the way they word that, because really it should be a single package. They're trying to sort of make it seem more than it really is. The framework really means that when it plugs into WordPress, you can manage the theme from within WordPress, and that's all it is. And all those other companies, WooThemes and Elegant Themes, offer that as standard. That's how they've built their platform, but they don't use it to kind of raise the prices or market themselves in a certain way. But you know, fair play to StudioPress for doing it. In this, I'm just looking at this. I'll get the full theme demo up. StudioPress, I have to say, I haven't used StudioPress before, but I know people who have, and it's very similar to things like WooThemes and Elegant Themes at the back end when you're customizing your color combinations and things of your theme. If there's a specific use or function that you want for your website, like for instance this website is specifically geared towards generating an email marketing list, which is very important, and I quite like the look of it. In fact, I know that one of the top guys in the industry, Frank Kern, uses this theme on his website, and I've seen this opt-in on his website before. I think at the moment he's removed it, but it looks pretty good. It's pretty professional kind of layout. You've got these little animations which are sort of okay. They're a bit, they've all been done before. It's not anything new, but I quite like this opt-in page at the top, or opt-in form at the top. It's quite bold and striking. It's likely to help you build an email marketing list. There's a few things, it's aside from that, it's a very basic layout, and that's going to be the one thing I'm going to say about the StudioPress offering, is that the designs are not always great. Generally they're pretty basic. In fact, a lot of these styles, like this menu style, is very much where Elegant Themes was maybe 2 years ago, and I think they've come a long way since. I'm not sure in terms of design that StudioPress have. Having said that, based on this type of layout, this is a good theme to go for. This is a good design if getting people to opt into your newsletter or your email marketing list is the focus of what you're trying to do. That would be a very good option to do that. Okay, so upsides of StudioPress are little tailored functions like I've shown you here. Downsides, I feel like they try and price it up a bit. You'll be able to get themes that are designed much better and are as easy to customize for almost half the price of what StudioPress are trying to charge. And some of the designs are not great. But if you want a specific function like this, then it's a good option, because a lot of those other companies don't have this type of theme out there yet. So that's StudioPress. The last one I want to do, the last sort of solely focused singular company I want to deal with is Themefuse. Now, we've used Themefuse a number of times, both for clients and our own websites. The upside of Themefuse is that their designs are very, very good. Quite unique looking. I'm going to show you a couple now. Just pick out a few. Say, for instance, you have an agency and you want to, you know, market your web agency or something like that. Okay, so this is a pretty cool looking site, nice and slick and modern. All these sort of fancy animations coming in, nice big buttons, bold call to action buttons, very nicely designed, very crisp, clear graphics, simple layouts, but very, very professional looking. I'm just going to show you one of the ones that we used. This was a magazine theme I've used in the past. This is a very cool magazine theme. All these reviews and little, kind of widgets thrown in there. Nice graphics, really polished, well thought through. That's where the Themefuse themes are going to really serve you well. They're very well thought through. They're beautifully designed. For the most part, some of their older ones are a bit crappy looking, to be honest. But say, here's one here. Say, for instance, you were a hotel or you were setting up a bed and breakfast or something like that. This is a very nicely designed hotel theme. Nice, elegant, different options for booking, making reservations, signing up for email newsletters and things like that. So Themefuse is very, very good, and they've become a lot better. Similarly with Elegant Themes, in the last year, they've really come on with their designs. They look really beautiful. Very, very, very nice designs. Price-wise, they're good. You won't pay anywhere more than maybe $49 to $89, and the $89 sort of upper end of that would be very high functionality websites. Things like with booking engines or search functionality and things like that. There you see. I mean, that's a very, very slick looking website. If you had a car showroom, you would be hard pushed to go wrong with this type of design. It's beautiful. Looks really good, really simple. Nice little kind of pop down menus and stuff like that. Okay, so that is Themefuse. What I will say is the one downside with Themefuse is that sometimes their updates, what they do is they release these kind of Themefuse framework, the way that StudioPress have the Genesis framework and WooCommerce have the Woo framework. It's really just the area at the back end of WordPress that they throw in there that you can customize your theme from within. They have updates that come through periodically with that, and we have found, or my programmers have found, that sometimes if you've made customizations to your website, if you update the Themefuse framework, it tends to just wipe all those out. And that's even with our programmers using what are called custom CSS folders, which should stay static and should always stay there. So there seemed, now I haven't used it in maybe 6 months. This is coming up to 2014 now, so I haven't used their framework in 6 months or so. They may well have fixed all that, but it's just worth bearing in mind if you're going to be performing a lot of customization to your theme or getting a programmer to do that. Just watch out for it. Just be aware that I know that it's happened before. It's happened before to us. But if you're just looking for a standardized theme that you're going to plug in and use as it is without customizing, Themefuse are very, very good. And they also offer, I'm pretty sure for all their themes, they offer the dummy content option, where basically when you install your design, you'll be able to import all the dummy content, like for instance in that Auto Trader website I showed you. So you get all the layouts and things already there, so all you have to do is change the wording or change the pictures, and it just makes it a lot more easier if you're doing it from a kind of standing start. Okay, so Themefuse is another good one. The last one I want to deal with is really where I get most of my themes these days, and it's a marketplace called Themefuse. And what you'll find is if you go into WordPress, there are thousands and thousands of themes, many of which are super, like world class in terms of quality. For instance, we'll pop in here this one. I'll just show you how these look. The upside of Themefuse, just to go through this very quickly, the upside of Themefuse is the prices are excellent. You'll normally find a WordPress theme for anywhere from $30 to $55. The $55 mark one will be like an e-commerce website, so it'll be a really high-powered website. You'll also find on Themefuse, you'll find websites which allow the facility to plug in like e-commerce packages like WooCommerce that WooThemes developed, which is a really nice thing because you can choose beautiful designs. If you don't see anything on WooThemes, come on to Themefuse, you can see a beautiful design like this, and then you can maybe plug in WooCommerce to that. So the benefit of it is you're getting a lot of the best developers in the world coming onto this marketplace and putting their work out there that you can buy for anywhere $30 to $50, which is nothing when you look at the quality of the website. The downside of it is that it is a marketplace, so at the end of the day you've got to be semi-careful with who you're buying from and make sure that you're choosing the right website for you, much in the same way that you would have to worry about that if you're choosing from any of the other companies I've mentioned. The support is offered not through Themefuse but through each individual developer. So what I would recommend, the way to get around it, and it shouldn't be anything that should concern you, because I use Themefuse probably 19 times out of 20 when I'm building websites. The thing to always bear in mind is when you come on to Themefuse is to look for the buyer rating down here. Now this theme, and rightly so, looking at it, has been given a 5-star rating. Now it's only had 3 ratings, okay? So what you could do, and what you should do, is check out the portfolio of the programmer or the developer. Make sure either they've got a lot of other stuff, or the reviews are very good, or it turns out the support is very good and they've got their own website and you can check out all that type of stuff. That's the way to get around this sort of concern over using a marketplace to buy themes. What you will notice is that some themes, I'll just show you, and this is just the way to stay away from it. If you go to the other end of the spectrum, see those are all unrated. If we go down a few pages, in fact I'll try and whittle these down. So you get 5-star themes. If you sort by rating, you'll get 5-star themes up, okay? And then each page you maybe drop down to 4.5 stars. We're still on 4.5 stars. Then it'll go down gradually. There's a lot of themes, as you can see, and these are all 4.5 star themes. Here we're dropping down to 4 stars. I would say don't go below 4 stars with a theme, okay? Because normally if it goes below 4 stars, there have been issues with some sort of functionality or little glitches with importing content and things like that. So, I mean, here we've got 3-star themes, okay, in terms of the reviews. If you want to just keep yourself right, stay away from anything less than 4 stars. And let's face it, there is plenty there in terms of 5-star themes that you can actually find. You'll be able to find anything for any type of business that you're running. You'll be able to find an excellent website for $45, and as long as you install it in the right way and follow the instructions, you will be able to get a top agency quality website for as little as that. So for what it's worth, that is my advice in terms of the 5 companies that you will be able to find a website for your business within. There's pros and cons to each, absolutely. If I were personally to pick one place that I would go to Themefuse, as I have over the last couple of years. It's always been my kind of go-to place. So yeah, what I would say is you can't go far wrong with Themefuse. If you want to pick one website and just go to it and find the best designs and themes for WordPress that anywhere in the world, Themefuse is going to be the place that you go. And don't worry too much. If you go for a 5-star theme, you will not go far wrong. It's going to be an excellent website. Okay, so look, I do hope that's been of help, just me running through that. If you want an entire training course on how to get your domain and hosting and install WordPress in a couple of clicks, and then how to find the right theme, install that theme, build the content, find the content for your website, and then market your website moving forward. If you go to totalwebsiteblueprint.com, that's where I run all our training from. So you'll be able to find everything you need step by step, click by click, plus lifetime support as well. So if you go ahead and you invest in our training, we will show you these websites again in more detail on how to go through the process of buying and downloading and installing all these themes right through to marketing your website. So check out totalwebsiteblueprint.com. As I say, we have a support team there that will help you through if you get stuck at any stage in the process. So do let us know if we can be of help. Thanks for your time. Hopefully this has been of help, and hope to see you soon. Thanks.